Good morning. So thank you all for attending the event. We have a jam-packed sessions full today, and we'll be ending the event around 6:30. I think Gilad will go over the entire agenda here in a bit. But we have a lot of interesting sessions here, ranging the whole gamut in terms of where HPC is going today and into the future. And my name is Brian Sparks. I'm part of the HPC Advisory Council, and I'll be helping you throughout this whole day. So if you have any questions in terms of the content on when to get it, after the event we'll be posting most of these presentations online on the website where you guys registered. And we will also have some of these videos available for you on YouTube as well as on Inside HPC. Rich Bruckner here from Inside HPC is going to be taking care of all of that, so you can always go to www.insidehpc.com. Those videos will probably be posted soon after or even during this event. So anything that you missed, you can always go back. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the chairman of the HPC Advisory Council, Gilad Shainer.
בוקר טוב לכולם. אני אעשה את ההרצאה שלי באנגלית. שבמהלך היום הגיעו עוד כמה אנשים שהם דוברי אנגלית, אז כל אחד מהמרצים יכול לבחור איזה שפה הוא רוצה לנאום בעברית או באנגלית. Rich is already laughing on the language. So I'm going to move to English. Presentation is going to be, as Brian said, presentation is going to be videotape. If someone doesn't want his presentation to be videotaped, please let us know beforehand and be posted there. So we have around 15 minutes. Yan, that sits here, helped me with the first idea to bring the HPC Advisory Council conference to Israel. So thanks, Yan, for the help at the beginning. I want to take first 15 minutes just to start and give you a quick pitch of what we're going to have today and what HPC Advisory Council is doing. I'm sure that more people is going to come throughout the day. Probably midday we're going to have a full room here. And then Yan will have some slides also to talk about a couple of other things. First, definitely I want to thank all the sponsors that help us to make this event free of charge and open to the audience. Thank you for the growth sponsors, for the silver sponsors, and definitely for the media sponsors, and for Rich coming all the way from the US to videotape and post it on Inside HPC. There is a full day today. There is one change in the first keynote session. The speaker couldn't make it, and Oren Bahat we want to thank you for be able to step up in the last minute and be able to take the first session. So pretty much we have a full day. A couple of speakers that are going to be here from the U.S. Rich Graham from Oak Ridge National Lab. That's pretty much the biggest U.S. lab. So he's going to be here and talk. As well as DK Panda, around 1:30. He's coming from the Ohio State University. If you know about MPI, and I assume that most of you know what MPI is, there are two open source MPI in the world. One of them is OpenMPI, the second one is Envapich. Pretty much the usage is pretty much 50-50. And DK Panda is the person responsible to Envapich and Envapich development. So he's going to be here and talk after lunch. Few administration things. The workshop goal is definitely education, training, importance of HPC, solutions, futures, anything related to it. There is a tight schedule, but we do encourage live discussions. So if you have questions or remarks, please raise your hand and speak. We want all sessions to start in time. We'll try to make it. And there are breaks throughout the day. There is a coffee break around 10:30. I believe there is lunch. There is another coffee break in the afternoon. Definitely available for live discussions. Speakers, make sure that Brian has your slides. And don't forget the raffle. End of the day, for people who's going to stay here, we're going to raffle, an iPad 2? Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? So we'll raffle an iPad 2 for folks who are going to stay to the end of the day. A few words of why we're doing that workshop, of what is a supercomputer. As I see it, a supercomputer is a window to the universe. That's the tool that enables science and enables discovery. And from the other side, it also enables efficient R&D and be able to manufacture product much faster, with much less cost associated with it. Looking on the pillars of science, there is theory, experiment, and simulations. And simulations are necessary for scientific investigations. And simulations that are being done on supercomputers definitely have the competitive advantage. And leadership in science requires leadership in high-performance computing or in supercomputers. Supercomputers touch pretty much everything we use in every day. If it's a bottle of Coke that you drink, then the design of the bottle was done through simulations, through HPC simulations. Another example is a car manufacturer. And simulations enables the car industry to reduce the design cycle from 60 months in 1990 to 12 months in 2010. And that enables people to enable the car manufacturers to design cars with much less cost associated with the design, which mean a better price for the end user and safer cars. And if you see, pretty much every part of the car is being designed today with HPC simulations. What makes a supercomputer? It's the basic things. Software and application, a GPU or CPU or FPGA that Or is going to talk about, memory storage and interconnect. And building a supercomputer today, it's as simple as connecting multiple GPU, CPUs, or FPGA with high-speed interconnect, and boom, you got a cluster, you get a supercomputer. Supercomputers enable safe living. If it's weather prediction, and you see the currency that was changed in the last 20 years from 50% to 2-day to 95% for 2-day predictions. So that helps us to be ready for anything that can happen, for finding cures or for protection equipment that you find. It also enables our future. For finding alternative energies or intelligence or space research or earthquake predictions, and there are many, many other cases around. So definitely it's important, and this is one of the goals behind the creation of the HPC Advisory Council. We built the organization in the beginning of 2008 for doing a lot of HPC outreach and education around the world. We're also exploring technologies, and there are special interest groups around acceleration, storage, high scale, and even HPC in the cloud. The HPC Advisory Council includes more than 300 members, organizations, or companies. One of the things I'm trying to do is to put all the logos of all the members on one slide. So there are a little bit more than 300 logos here. You will find the major commercial companies, several OEMs, CPU manufacturers, GPU manufacturers, interconnect manufacturers, storage, as well as end users and research labs and universities around the world, as well as commercial end users, such as oil and gas companies, automotive companies, and others. There are 3 centers of excellence that the HPC Advisory Council operates. There is one in the US, which is the headquarters in California. There is one in Switzerland at the Swiss Supercomputing Center, and there is one in China. And we're probably going to add a few more next year, maybe the one after. Board of members, people coming from different places in the industry, from vendors, from users' perspective, and we do increase the boards, member of the boards a little bit. We might increase 1 or 2 more people this year. Those folks help us to do all the things that we're doing. So definitely, I wanted to give them credit. One of the things that the HPC Council is doing, by the way, membership in the HPC Council is free. So if people want to join the council and be close to all the things that we're doing, on the table out there that says HPC Advisory Council, there are papers which you can fill your name and contact info, and pretty much that's it. One of the things that we do is that we operate a system center, a small systems based on the supercomputers architecture. And that's System Center. First, we use it for our work and publications and testing and research. But we also have that as a tool for other people who wants to use the compute power and they don't have access to those kind of machines. So people can ask access to those machines. They get access free of charge. And you can go on those systems and benchmark, develop, test, and so forth. Special interest groups, there are a few. I'm going to skip on this one. We're doing a lot of best practices applications. How to install, where to install, what's the latest, what kind of performance you can do, how to optimize, which compilers, and things of that sort. Everything is published on the HPC Advisory Council website. So you're more than welcome to go there and download anything you want. As well, there is a section for HPC Training. We're collecting materials of training regarding anything that exists. You can go there and download and get more educated if you want to. University Award Program, that's a program that we have in the Council for Universities to enable research. So we open for proposals. We collect proposals every 6 months, and then we award the best proposals that we think, and we give him a very long time dedicated on some of our systems, so you can go and conduct the research and run it using the HPC Advisory Council HPC Center. We're also enabling or helping with students. So we are managing student competition at the International Supercomputing Conference that's going to happen in Germany. Going to be groups of students, undergraduate students, going to come from various universities and going to compete on building a supercomputer with their own design and running multiple applications. There is market reports on the website, and we're going to do 6 conferences this year. So you're more than welcome to join each one of them. It's going to help you to do a tour around the world in this year if you want to. Next one's going to be in Switzerland. It's going to be 3 days of a conference, which will include hands-on training on multiple areas, networking, accelerators. They're going to be training on RCUDA, which is enables to do remote CUDA operations on and bringing GPUs to become a service, and some other hands-on training. So you're more than welcome to join us if you want. In Switzerland, in Lugano. There is one in Germany, one in Spain, one in China, and finish the year in the US. So if you want to join, there is papers out there. You can check the HPC Council on the web. Brian, make sure that it's on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anything with something that exists out there. So again, I want to welcome you. Good morning. Thanks for coming. It's going to be a great day today. A lot of content, a lot of different presentations. People are going to touch different items. And I would like to invite Yan to give his part of this morning pitch before we're going to go into the first keynote session. Which one? Number 2, Brian?
It's HPC. It's
this one?
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I knew that I will have only a few minutes in order to stay in time. So I prepare only a few slides. I mean, something like 2 slides. So I need to present you what we have in Israel, actually, the situation in terms of high-tech and computing. So in Haifa, we have Intel, Microsoft, IBM. U is the, if you can see, I don't know if you can reach the, it's really low. Okay. There is the US firm with research and development of manufacturing. I is for major Israeli firm, and A it's for academic. So in Haifa we have U, I, and A. Okay, we have the Technion, Haifa University, and Microsoft and Intel, and IBM. If we continue to the south, we have Tower Semiconductor and Mellanox, which make also semiconductor and make silicon from the silicon to the final board. In the center region we have Checkpoint, Converse. In terms of academic we have Tel Aviv University, where you are sitting. In Bar-Ilan University, Weizmann Institute, it's 20 or 30 kilometers from here. So then if we continue in Jerusalem we have the Hebrew University, and in the south we have Intel, and a little bit more in the south we have the Ben Gurion University. This is the main things that we have let's say in Israel. So with all this, if this is the top 500 I found yesterday night, and we have only 3 inside the first position in 184. Okay, it's communication. So with all this, I mean, high tech in Israel, we have only 3 clusters in Israel. But okay, the big point is that I'm going to talk, to present only few things. In the in the academic computing, we are not in the top 500. I mean, very far from this. But if you take all the universities, okay, here there is Bar Ilan, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Technion. Maybe you don't know all the science, but okay, it's Weizmann is there. Open University is the last one. We have all this. You see, we have bioinformatics, physics, astrophysics, mathematics, chemistry, medical imagery, meteorology with a forecast, and so on and so far. And for this purpose, we have in all these universities more than 50 clusters, okay, which are using standard. When I say standard, it means non-parallel sequential computing. We have few with parallel computing. We have with GPUs. I mean, we have everything. So not too much cluster in the top 500, but in Israel, I mean, for the academic world, let's say like that, we have a really important need of HPC every day. That's all. And see, I am in time. So I enjoy the workshop.
Thank you very much.